Just a little bit of a background. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi was born 150 years ago on October 2nd, 1969. He is known as the father of modern-day India and the apostle of peace, truth, and nonviolence. He touched and changed the lives of millions by advocating the peaceful pursuit of change. This year, Gandhi Sesquicentennial is being celebrated in India and throughout the world. The United Nations has declared October 2nd as International Day of Nonviolence to honor Gandhi's message. School children in Kazakhstan drew pictures of Mahatma Gandhi to celebrate his life. In a special function, the Lebanese government released a commemorative stamp on Mahatma Gandhi. In Dubai, a 4-kilometer walk for peace and tolerance was witnessed by great enthusiasm among millions of people on their everyday walks of life to pay their homage to Gandhiji. At the British High Commission in New Delhi, the staff members sang Gandhi's favorite bhajan, Vaishnav Vajanata, and of course they posted a video of this on Twitter. In Houston, there's been a year-long Gandhi Sesquicentennial celebration. This was coordinated by our own Mr. Ajit Paralkar. It kicked off almost 1 year ago at the Asia Society with the showing of the remarkable documentary, A Force More Powerful. This was followed by events at multiple institutions, including the Jung Center of Houston, Rothko Chapel, Unity Houston, Methodist West Hospital, the Arya Samaj of Houston, and many other places. Together, today, we culminate Houston's celebration of Gandhi Sesquicentennial as the 1,000 Lights for Peace. The 1,000 Lights for Peace is a celebration of the past, the present, and the future. We honor the past by lighting candles to remember Gandhiji and demonstrate our commitment to peace and unity. We showcase the present by bringing together talented performers who embody the spirit of Gandhiji in their artistic vision. And then we envision the future by taking the inspiration of the work of students who have demonstrated their talent in various competitions that were held last month by the Mahatma Gandhi Library. Thank you so much for being the keepers of Gandhi's legacy. Thank you for making a commitment to peace and nonviolence. And thank you so much for taking the time to grace tonight's occasion. Before we start the program, let's honor a fallen Houston hero, Deputy Sandeep Dhaliwal, who was just shot to death about 2 weeks ago during a routine traffic stop. He was the first Sikh deputy in Harris County who became one of the most visible members of the Sikh community in North America. He was a gregarious unifier who many said embodied the ideas of tolerance, service, and diversity. Please join me in a moment of silence to pay respect to Deputy Sandeep Dhaliwal and his family. Thank you, my friends. Is more than a contraption that could spin yarn. He believed it was a tool for the emancipation of Indians and their liberation from British colonial rule. If we could please have the pit rise up. He saw in the simple charkha the solutions to economic and social woes. He found that the wheel could turn the future of India and take the country to Swaraj, or political independence. Independence had a larger canvas and meaning, and the charkha had a pivotal role in it. We are fortunate to have a live demonstration on stage by Ms. Connie Elliott. She is from the Contemporary Handweavers of Houston, CHH. CHH is a nonprofit educational organization dedicated to promoting interest in hand weaving and spinning. The spinning wheel represents a desire to achieve the self-responsibility, self-respect, and self-realization. Gandhiji believed it could spin the nation's prosperity and therefore freedom. Thank you so much, Connie, for being with us this evening. Now, please welcome my good friend, an experienced pastor and educator, Reverend Gregory Hahn. Reverend Hahn is the Director of Interfaith Relations and Education at Interfaith Ministries, and he will lead us in our invocation for this evening's program.
With this invocation from 5 different religions, we offer these prayers, these values, all connected to Gandhiji, reflected in our different religious paths. May our prayer, each a different thread, weave together to create something great.
I am Hindu, and from my faith we offer prayers for truth. From the Mundak Upanishad, truth only triumphs, not the untruth or the falsehood. Through truth, the divine path is achievable to those sages or people of realization who have overcome all the worldly desires. From Yajurveda, discern well, the Lord of all creatures made 2 different forms. Truth and falsehood or untruth. He assigned disbelief and disrespect to falsehood, trust and veneration to truth. From the Brihad Aranyak Upanishad, O Lord, lead me from untruth to truth, lead me from darkness of ignorance to light of true knowledge, lead me from death to immortality. Let the truth, the many ways that truth is illuminated, and many ways that truth is spoken, be always on our lips and in our hearts.
I'm a Tibetan Buddhist, and I'm delighted that Geshe Denma is here with us as well. From my faith, I offer prayers of nonviolence. From the Atadanda Sutra, the Buddha observes that fear results from resorting to violence. Just look how people quarrel and fight. The Buddha knows the terror of violence and its basis in fear, greed, and craving. A more modern Tibetan Buddhist, the Dalai Lama, who many of you know, and he was a follower also of Gandhiji. He says that methods for generating compassionate peace of mind are essential today. That we can make this a more peaceful century if we cherish nonviolence and concerns for others' well-being. It is possible. If the individual is happier, his or her family is happier. If families are happy, neighborhoods and nations will be happy. By transforming ourselves, we can change our human way of life and make this a century of compassion. Let the path of nonviolence be our path, for it is the way for compassion. He wrote actually a letter for this, for the new Gandhi Library, saying that we need to understand what gives rise to inner peace and what destroys it in order to bring about is a nonviolent world. And the museum actually provides a highlight for this, so it's delightful to be here representing the Buddhist faith out here with you. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, may peace be upon you. I am Muslim, and from my faith we offer prayers for peace, and from the Sunnah, which is the doings of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace be upon him. A man asked, which Islam is best? He replied, O people, spread peace, feed the hungry, and pray at night when people are sleeping, and you will enter paradise in peace. And Abu Umama reported, the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, and said, verily the best of the people to Allah are those who begin in the greetings of peace, which is again, Assalamu alaikum, may peace be upon you. Peace is not only a state of mind and a spiritual state, it is an outward activity of reconciliation, caring for others, and relationships based in justice. May we always seek not only inner peace, but to do the actions that bring about peace. Thank you.
I am a Christian, and for my faith we offer prayers for service. Jesus said, the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many. And the greatest among you will be your servant. We are called to do good, to be rich in good works, generous and ready to share. And as God's chosen ones, holy and beloved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, meekness, and patience. We are called to service in acts both great and small, to know that we are connected by threads of humanity, that our destiny is a shared one. Let us serve one another.
I am Baha'i, and from my faith we offer prayers for love and unity. A prayer of Abdul Baha reads, O thou kind Lord, O thou who art generous and merciful, we are servants of thy threshold and are gathered beneath the sheltering shadow of thy divine unity. The sun of thy mercy is shining upon all, and the clouds of thy bounty shower upon all. Thy gifts encompass all, thy loving providence sustains all. Thy protection overshadows all, and the glances of thy favor are cast upon all. O Lord, grant thine infinite bestowals, and let the light of thy guidance shine. Illumine the eyes, gladden the hearts with abiding joy. Confer a new spirit upon all people and bestow upon them eternal life. Unlock the gates of true understanding and let the light of faith shine resplendent. Gather all people beneath the shadow of thy bounty and cause them to unite in harmony, that they may become as the rays of one sun, as the waves of one ocean, and as the fruit of one tree. May they drink from the same fountain. May they be refreshed by the same breeze. May they receive illumination from the same source of light. Thou art the giver, the merciful, the omnipotent.
May these prayers for truth, for nonviolence, for peace, for service, for love be with us now. Gandhiji saw the charkha as a symbol of self-reliance and independence, and he would meditate as he spun. We too continue the simple yet constant work of furthering these Gandhi values. We must remember Gandhiji's values, and not just say them, remember them, and commemorate them, but live them each and every day. Thank you.
Is an initiative of our friends at Unity Houston. It is a movement to spread love throughout the greater Houston area. They joyfully invite friends and neighbors to experience the energy and spirit of unity. Together, they nurture and empower each other, transforming lives and serving the world. Let's all take a moment to clear our minds and join Mystic Tao Tanet for a soothing group meditation.
My loving friends, including you, my loving friends too. We're going to do a grow unity meditation to grow peace and love in this moment on this beautiful, amazing day. So I invite you to relax your body, invite you to close your eyes, invite you to relax your hands. And our mantra today, breathing in, feeling love. Breathing out, feeling peace. Breathing in, I know I am breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I am breathing out. And when we bring our attention to our breath, we're not distracted by the baby crying. We're not distracted by the sounds around us. We invite the sounds that we hear as part of the moment. And that when we have a hard time being present, we bring our attention to our breath because we're always breathing in the now. Breathing in, feeling love. Breathing out, feeling peace. Scan your body and see what's not relaxed. Are your eyebrows still scrunched up? Are your hands still holding on to your phone? Are your shoulders still tired? Are you still irritated by the environment? Breathing in, I know that I'm breathing in. Breathing out slowly, I know that I'm breathing out. And we bring our awareness to all the sounds that we hear in this moment. We're feeling peace. We hear the children playing. We hear the sounds, the vibrations around us. And today we bring our awareness to why we're all here today. For peace, love, and harmony. And that peace, love, and harmony is in this moment right now. Breathing in, feeling love. Breathing out, feeling peace. And sometimes we just have such a hard time being present because we don't know how to slow down our minds, our monkey mind. And we bring our attention back to our breath. Breathing in, I know that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know I am breathing out. Hearing the birds, being aware that we're breathing, allowing our muscles to relax. And I just like to smile a little when I'm meditating because this thing called peace and love feels really good. And we bring our awareness to the sound of the beautiful Tibetan singing bowl, reminding us that the sounds that we hear are present in the moment. And sometimes the mind goes, this is boring. Meditation is a little boring. So what do? Breathing in, I know that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I'm breathing out. Breathing in, I'm feeling love. Breathing out, I'm feeling peace and joy. And today, we just want to say thank you to all our brothers and sisters showing up today. We're so grateful for the blessings and the message of Gandhi and amazing leaders like Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, all of these amazing mystics that came before us, and that is us. That we are the torch holders of peace. That if we want to change the world, we must be the change. And today, we celebrate this sacred, peaceful moment with one sacred Om. Breathing in. And we feel that we are one in peace and all is one. And when you're ready, I invite you to bring your consciousness back to the moment and get ready for an amazing, loving show of 1,000 lives for peace. Namaste.
Music is led by the talented Smriti Srivastava. She will sing a medley of 2 songs. The first, Maitram Bhajita, which in Sanskrit has the universal meaning of cultivate friendship and humility. This will conquer the hearts of everyone. Look upon others like you. This Sanskrit song sends the perfect message of Mahatma Gandhi to the world in just a few words. The second song is Vande Mataram, the Indian national song praising and describing the beauty of India. Please welcome Swar Sangam School of Music. My friends, Swar Sangam School of Music, along with students of Arya Samaj's DAV Montessori and DAV Sanskrit School. Thank you. Surveys. Mahatma Gandhi returned from London, completing his education as a young barrister. He made his debut in the Small Causes Court of Mumbai, India. And when he stood up to cross-examine the witness, as he described in his autobiography, I stood up, but my heart sank into my boots. My head was reeling. He actually ran out of the courtroom without saying a word, and in fact, did not go to court again until he was in South Africa several years later. Of course, over time, Gandhiji transformed himself into a meticulous orator in which every speech he delivered was enthralling and engaging. Gandhiji is seen as one of the world's greatest inspiring public speakers. Last Saturday, Arya Samaj of Greater Houston hosted Mahatma Gandhi Library's 16th annual speech contest. This was coordinated by Dr. Rakesh Agarwal and Mr. Karam Gupta. There were two categories. The children 10 and under had to discuss the topic, My Dream of World Peace. Words can't describe the experience of attending the speech contest. I was there. For the first time ever in the 16-year history of the contest, we actually have two winners. the judges could not decide between these two winners. So please welcome on stage Ayushi Kawadia. She's from Austin Peak Elementary School, and she's in 3rd grade. And Nathan Desang, he's from the School of Science and Technology in the 3rd grade in Sugar Land.
It was 6 in the evening, and I saw on the TV news soldiers were returning home due to no more wars. There was less carbon emission because wind and solar energy were now the main sources of energy. Society was finally content with the things they had, and the school lunch menu had changed from beef burgers to broccoli burgers. There was no more theft or corruption, and there was greenery everywhere. I couldn't stop smiling. I was going to explode in happiness. I heard my mom's voice. "Wake up, you are getting late for school," she said. I couldn't stop thinking about my dream. The question that erupted: is world peace dream or reality? Is it just the symbol used in texting or the swag people use? Peace out. In the current world, a void has been witnessed, a void of peace. War, climate change, inequality, and violence are factors that are disturbing peace today. We are so engrossed in our busy lifestyles, and yet we expect the world to be peaceful. We want peace to be omnipresent, but if we want peace, we have to love everyone, forgive and forget. It conquers all things. I am very lucky to be surrounded by people that love me, the forerunners being my parents. They taught me how to love everyone unconditionally, and through that, peace can be established and maintained. Actions speak louder than any words. Mahatma Gandhi once said, "You must be the change you wish to see in the world." We cannot rely on anyone to do this. We have to do this ourselves. Acceptance, compassion, and tolerance are the foundations of peace. Overcome evil with good, lying with truth, hatred with love. The way of peace is the way of love. Love is the strongest power on earth. With love and forgiveness, we can create a real and everlasting change to the world, filled with happiness, compassion, and peace for all. Thank you.
Imagine a world without wars. Imagine a world without hate. Imagine a world where blacks and whites, Christians and Jews, Hindus and Muslims live without disagreements. What will that world look like if there are only peace? Wouldn't that be great? There'll be love, peace, and happiness. Everybody will be laughing and hugging each other. But how do we get everyone to be laughing and hugging each other? Every night, my dad and I read a book called Miracle Morning by Hall Aaron. A few days ago, we read about happiness and learned that you have a choice to be happy. because happiness comes from within. Happiness is one of the keys to peace. Happiness won't lead to wars, hate, or disagreements. We also learned that things cannot make you happy. Cars, homes, electronics, toys, it can make you happy for a short period of time, though. If everyone chose to be happy, there will be peace. And if everyone is peaceful, there will be peace within this world. I want to give this opportunity to thank the mayor for working hard to make the city a better and safe place to live in. My name is Nathan Zama, and this is my dream of world peace. Thank you.
The Library of Houston was founded in 2002 with the mission to increase public awareness, especially to the children, of Gandhian philosophy and teachings, highlighting the universal values of peace, truth, and nonviolence. Please enjoy this short video about the library and its remarkable work being done in the city of Houston.
By mankind is phenomenal. We can today touch the stars, the moon, the sky, and yet the earth is hurting. It is aching continuously from the bloodshed, the violence, the crime, the fear all over the world. Some believe in tit for tat. Many believe in severe punishment. Many believe that display of power is a must. But Mahatma Gandhi believed in one thing: non-violence. The Mahatma Gandhi Library is an effort to teach the children Gandhi's philosophy, Gandhi's principles. The mission of this library is introduce Mahatma Gandhi to children. Children are the leaders of tomorrow's world. Let that world be governed by truth, non-violence, love, understanding, and tolerance. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi was born on October 2nd, 1869. He studied law in England and then spent 21 years in South Africa before returning to India in 1914. He guided and led the Indian freedom movement until India got independence in 1947. He was assassinated on January 30th, 1948. To him, the force most powerful was non-violence and pursuit of truth. Martin Luther King Jr., himself a visionary, a humanitarian, a social reformer, remarked, Gandhi was inevitable. If humanity is to progress, Gandhi is inescapable. He lived, thought, and acted, inspired by the vision of humanity evolving toward a world of peace and harmony. We may ignore Gandhi at our own risk. All over the world, at different times, different people followed Gandhi's philosophical tactics to fight the oppression. Power that Gandhi discovered changed the 20th century. Mahatma Gandhi once said, be the change you wish to see. Mahatma Gandhi Library is a step in that direction. If Mahatma Gandhi Library is doing just that. Mahatma Gandhi Library's vision and inspiration came from its founder. He is Atul Kothari, seeking to teach the children of today not how to conquer the world, but how to live in harmony and peace. The mission of this library is introduce Mahatma Gandhi to children. With the help and generosity of many, Mahatma Gandhi Library was established in year 2003. Every year in October, on Mahatma Gandhi's birthday, a Mahatma Gandhi Week is held. Children learn and participate in various fun activities highlighting the principles of Mahatma Gandhi.
I consider peace a very holy and spiritual word. Violence cannot overcome peace, as peace is so powerful. To live in peace and so others live in peace will always be a motto for my friends and I.
I believe that Gandhiji's life and values should be the basis for radical reform of the educational and social system in order for peaceful coexistence and social reform.
I also did a little survey in my school. One boy said, "Oh, simple, just don't fight, that's peace." A girl said, "Be calm, don't shout and scream,
City of Houston, numerous cultural, civic, NGOs, and faith-based organizations participate in this event. Drama, essay contest, speech contest, a cultural program, field trip, visit to the Gandhi statue, visit to the Gandhi mirror. Also held are the Gandhi exhibitions at various libraries. All activities are free of charge. Your donations are tax deductible. Help us help the children learn and realize the power of moral values. Help us create great citizens.